Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's podcast, episode 17 of Gamestack podcast. How's everybody doing today? How are you guys?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
We're
Girls,
good.
gals,
We're good.
y'all.
Doing well.
I'm Shalene, and this is Rick,
Hey, how's it going?
and this is Vendertron.
Welcome, sir or madam.
And I believe we have some people who haven't been here in quite a long time, and I imagine we have some new people as well. So if this is your first time joining us, welcome. This is Gamestack podcast. Rick Vendertron and I do this podcast every other week. It is a general gaming show, but we are the same podcast hosts that you know and hopefully love. If not, I don't know what you're doing here. Just
Yeah. If not, stay around for at least 10 minutes.
Indeed.
Because
But
we guarantee that it'll be good in 10 minutes.
By good, it'll be on fire in about 10 minutes. So.
That's what I mean.
we have a lot of podcasts for you today. Before we do get into that, we are just going to mention a couple of quick things. Guys, we are so close to 100 subscribers on YouTube. We're so close. Please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just do a little Google for We Just Love Games YouTube, and subscribe. When we get to 100 subs, we can make a nice vanity URL so that we can just say youtube.com/We Just Love Games. It's gonna be good. So please do that for us. And also, do you guys have any questions about Anthem, the upcoming video game from BioWare?
I do, because
Okay.
it looks amazing.
Well, Rick, you should email those questions to info@wejustlovegames.com. info@wejustlovegames.com. Because I managed to schedule a demo at E3, and I may have a chance to ask those questions to the devs.
Hey, Blonde Penguin says we have 101 subscribers on YouTube now. I love the irony of 101.
Oh my goodness, that's very exciting. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you for making this possible. We are going to have a vanity URL. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be great, guys. I'm excited. I was thinking maybe, you could try and swindle one of those devs to be on the show.
Oh,
What?
that's a good idea. That's
You
a
should.
very good idea. You should email that idea to info.
And
at
we're going to get
wejustlovegames.
you a really long, skinny mic like Bob Barker on Price is Right.
Oh, it's going to be brilliant. Just brilliant. So, yeah, very looking forward to that.
Also, if you're tuning in for the first time, don't forget to click the host button like I just did. And if you're also here for the first time, please hit that follow button. It helps us get our name out here on the Twitch community in particular. If you are returning, we welcome you back to the show as always.
I had a long, skinny mic once, and this is the longest I have. It's not very long at all.
Yeah, that's
I had a longer one.
not the best.
It's going to be fun.
Like how you
That's-
turfed it
that's-
across the room.
It's a piece of junk.
Like,
So, guys, if we'd had any recent 5-star reviews on iTunes, this is the time at which we would shout those out. But we didn't. So, if you would like to be featured during this segment of the show, please go and leave us a 5-star review on iTunes.
yes,
It's gonna be good.
we
Thank
like
you.
to favorably feature those who give us a 5-star reviewer shout out. So if you would like your name splashed across the podcast, 5 stars, guys. Not 4. Not 4.5. We're not a hotel chain here. Come on.
We go for 5 stars. And I like the fact that we started doing these up front. It's nice.
Me too. I like
Yeah,
it. I like
we
having those on
always
the top
put
of
our
the show.
viewers first.
Indeed.
/ listeners.
So, guys, today we are going to talk about some video game news, including a very strange Assassin's Creed leak. We've got some gameplay stories. You guys can hear what a doofus I am at video games.
Oh, I'm excited.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
I know what this is.
Yes, twice, Rick, twice.
Nice.
2 games. I did it twice. And stay
I
tuned
am
to find
excited.
out what we're talking about.
Okay.
We had a big response to this week's gameplay challenge, so we'll have those.
Oh, nice.
And we are going to break down the Fallout 76 trailer. If you haven't heard, if you're one of those people that doesn't do the social media, there's a new Fallout game coming. Fallout 76.
If you live under a rock like I do, yes.
I know.
Oh my god.
I know there are people out there who don't do the social media because we get emails from them. This may be the first time they're hearing it.
I envy
Oh
them.
my
I envy
gosh.
them.
Oh my gosh. Okay, can we just like quickly skim through everything and get to the important part then?
It's gonna be incredible.
Fallout 76.
And we've
So-
also got some emails to read.
Yes. I also want to point out that I have to tell you guys this because everyone likes it when I'm a doof. Shalene had to show me how to install the Twitter app on my computer.
Oh,
I had a phone conversation that told her how to build the computer. I needed help installing things on it,
It
basically.
was amazing. At least it didn't take like 6 hours
No,
for you to
didn't.
install the Twitter app. Like it took 6 hours for me to build the PC.
Welcome, Jim from Scotland. Also, someone had to show me how to work an iPhone 10, but we'll skip past that.
Indeed. Gosh,
right.
it's so nice to see all of these old listeners. By old, I don't mean like.
Not old. You're all young and beautiful and holding at like 21, probably,
I mean, all of you fabulous people that we haven't seen in a long time.
which is the least I could say for myself. Ray in the chat says, "Oh my God, Shalene, nice headset."
Thanks, Ray. I got it on sale. I was really excited. It matches my mouse.
It's very fitting for tonight's show, which we should probably get started.
We should. Let's do a podcast. Guys, news. What do we like here at Gamestack Podcast? What do we just
games.
love?
Stacks
Free
of
stuff.
games.
Games. We love stacks of games. And if you would like to add some free games to your stack, if you are an Xbox Gold member, Xbox Games with Gold for the month of June, Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia is available June 1st through the 30th. Smite Gold Bundle is available June 16th through July 15th. And backwards compatible Xbox 360 games are Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed June 1st through 15th, and Lego Indiana Jones 2: The Adventure Continues June 16th through 30th. That's not as solid of a lineup as last month.
Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia. I feel like what
They
is
just
that?
they keep giving those games away, and I feel like they can't even give them away. It's
In
just-
Mother Russia, game plays you.
Yeah. If you're a
Oh.
PlayStation Plus subscriber, the month's games are XCOM 2, Trials Fusion, Trials series, of course, my favorite, so play Trials Fusion, Zombie Driver HD for the PS3, and Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier for the PS3.
That was fun, actually. I liked that game.
If you have a Vita, Atomic Ninja, and Squares.
Squares.
It's a game about me and my friends.
Do you know where the square thing came from? Because if someone said you were square, it means you weren't a circle, which means you weren't around. Get it?
No.
Be there, be square.
Oh!
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Good night, guys. We'll see you next week.
Okay, that's enough internet for today.
And Twitch Prime, I actually installed the Twitch desktop app yesterday because among the Twitch Prime free games are Banner Saga 1 and 2, and they look like
that's fun.
very excellent games, and I want to play them. Also available is Strafe, Tumblestone, and Treadnoughts. And let me tell you, it's not easy to get these Twitch Prime games. They don't make it easy. You
No.
have to install the desktop app to play them, but you have to redeem them via the website.
That sounds like a problem.
It's dumb. It's dumb. Okay, guys. That's it for free games. Let's roll on in. Unless you want to do a giveaway, vendor? Do you have a giveaway? for-
No, but I can make that
Not
happen
this
in
week?
about 10 minutes.
Okay, so in a little while we'll give away a game.
Okay.
Avalanche Studios. You may be familiar with these guys. You may have recently heard of them because they are one of the studios who was the primary developer of Rage 2, upcoming Rage 2. And they were recently acquired by a Danish film company, Nordisk Film. It was the largest acquisition in Nordisk Film's 111-year history. And they bought every share of Avalanche Studios. Every share. Why do they need a game studio?
That's weird.
Yeah, isn't that strange? they have partnered before with companies like DreamWorks, Lionsgate, and others to distribute their movies. But I think it's really strange that they went to into gaming like this. I'm interested to see what happens.
I guess we're gonna find out.
Indeed.
Very weird partnership.
Do you guys like cool specialty consoles?
Of course I do. Tell me more.
I wish I did. I just can't afford them after I buy the,
Yeah.
vanilla ones.
I really like cool specialty consoles. And PlayStation has released a really neat looking PS4. I have it up on the screen so that Rick and Bender can see it. Isn't that cool?
That's not bad at all.
It's a lovely royal blue.
Is it thinner than the 4? Original 4?
It
It
is.
looks, I don't know.
This one's not a Pro, surprisingly. It's not a PS4 Pro. It's a standard PS4. It's a nice royal blue color. It has a golden square triangle X and O design. I like it. I think it's really good.
The color of this PS4 is
That
You don't remember that, do you? Liar, liar, Jim Carrey.
Oh no, I missed that one.
Royal blue.
I'm sorry.
Well,
got
I'll
it.
tweet that out later. I'm just going to keep searching for games we can give away.
And if you're not in the market for a standard PS4 that's royal blue, you can pick up a 2DS with a Hylian shield design from The Legend of Zelda, and it's beautiful. It's really pretty.
That thing's awesome.
I love it. It's got the classic Zelda Hylian shield design on it, and it comes with Zelda A Link Between Worlds pre-installed. And I totally want to buy this thing, except I already have a Link Between Worlds 3DS. So yeah, like I shouldn't.
Wait a second. Does that box say 2DS?
Yes. We've been over this. This was on the podcast.
Right. Yeah, I remember now.
The 2DS. They took out the 3D because nobody liked it.
Oh, that's a good move.
So now
on my
they're
part.
cheaper and they're just
Okay.
2D. So
At least they're not like Porsche, where we're like, we took everything out of the car, so it's better, and we're gonna charge you more money
exactly.
with less crap.
So while we're talking about
I love our internet mom.
she's so sassy. Love her. I lost my segue, but
Xbox.
Xbox is a thing we haven't talked about yet. They recently laid off 12 support staff, and replaced them with volunteers that support staff trained.
Wow, that sounds exactly like something Microsoft would do.
Right?
So the sharpshooters trained the guys who are gonna then be their firing squad. Is basically how that went down.
That's really great
Exactly.
HR tactic, but yeah.
It's oh gosh.
You know the saying, don't burn your bridges? I think the same applies to your employers.
Or your pants.
That's pretty gonzo. But these guys, they were support staff, and they trained Xbox ambassadors as volunteers. And now those people have lost their jobs, and people who are tweeting at the Xbox support account are largely being answered by Xbox ambassadors who are volunteers. And I know one of our listeners, Bree, is an Xbox ambassador, and I would love to hear her take on this situation. So,
She's probably like, no comment.
Bree, if you listen to this podcast, please write in and
Please.
and let me know your take on this. I would love to know. Like, did you know that you were gonna be taking so much shit?
Ooh.
I'm really interested. It seems like a cruel move. Like, I feel like the volunteers should have been a supplement and not a replacement.
Yeah, that was an awful move.
Yeah.
By Xbox. You know, it's funny. I'm literally typing in the chat that same thing to comment in the chat. That was an awful move by Xbox, as I say it. So I guess I don't need to send that now. It's been one of those days.
Indeed.
Well, that's a bummer. I hope that those people go out and find amazing jobs that allow them not to be fired and replaced by people who they train.
Isn't that just, it's so cold.
It's pretty cutthroat.
Nah.
And if I were one of these volunteers, I would want compensation if I was doing a job that people were recently compensated for doing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like,
Well, the funny thing is that, well, at least up here in Canada, that actually happens a lot more than you think.
yeah.
It's quite common here. People bringing in outsourcing cheaper staff and then doing mass layoffs. Because we kind of have weird labor laws when it comes to layoffs. Employers can, because we, like in Alberta, we have a lot of oil workers and contract trade workers and stuff, right? So these people are hired in for a short amount of time, and then somebody cheaper comes along and they just wipe the slate clean.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Rick is just showing the video audience his mug, which
Because
is
someone's asking in the
adorable.
chat.
It's so cute. It looks like a Pokemon.
it's a quaggan.
Doesn't it look like a Pokemon though?
A quag. Okay, tell us about a quaggan. I don't know what this is.
They're little NPC creatures in Guild Wars.
I knew it.
All
I
cute.
knew it.
Yeah, I would show you the bottom of the mug, but then my coffee would spill out.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
But
It does look very much like a Pokemon, and if you are a fan of Pokemon, boy, was this a good week for you. Right? Nintendo announced Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which were two games, you know how they release the Pokemon games in twos. And they have they communicate with Pokemon Go. So if you've caught a ton of Pokemon in Pokemon Go, you can import those in and have your Pokedex already partially completed. It also comes with a Pokeball peripheral that you can use to catch Pokemon. It's pretty cool. It looks interesting. And I've never played a Pokemon game outside of Pokemon Go, but I think this might be the one. I think this will draw me in.
can I be honest? The last Pokemon game I spent more than 5 minutes in was Pokemon Snap.
That's been a while.
High five, Rick. Because I played about 10 minutes of Pokemon Go and I was like, nope,
I got
not having any of this. No offense to anybody who likes and plays Pokemon Go.
Yeah, no, it's my wife was into it for a while, and I get it. It's really fun for some people, but not for me.
Well, that's okay. Everything doesn't have to be for everybody.
No,
So-
not at all. I do have a penchant for the Let's Go Pikachu Eevee thing.
Yeah.
I do. I have a soft spot for the Eevee Pokemon.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
Pokemon Quest is a free-to-play, which they call free-to-start game, that is out soon, I think. I didn't put that in the notes when it's out. But it doesn't look so good to me. It has very blocky art style, and it looks kind of unfun to me. I don't know. And a core Pokemon RPG has been delayed to 2019. And Alolan region Pokemon have been added to Pokemon Go. It's already out. The free-to-play one's already out. Thank you, Joseph Tao. Also, thank you, Joseph Tao, for helping compile the news every
Yes,
fortnight.
I saw that email come through, and I finally got to see all the work he puts into it, rather than just seeing the regurgitation.
It makes a world of difference
is
in
insane.
our lives. And
It's-
about these Alolan Pokemon, so have you seen the Alolan Executor?
No,
like a
I don't
giant
even know
palm
what a
tree,
Alolan
right?
is.
An Executor is a giant palm tree, and the Alolan version, that's the region from the more recent Pokemon games, Sun and Moon, I think.
Sure.
I haven't played them, so this is all
it's
secondhand.
tall. What did they do?
It's super tall, and when you find one in Pokemon Go, you can't see its head. It's
Wow.
too tall.
That's ridiculous.
I think it's so funny. I thought that was a really clever joke they did. Yeah.
It sounds like the Odyssey, or it sounds like
It's fine.
sounds like
Rick.
the Pokemon games went through a real Odyssey. I really
They
stepped
did.
on that segue.
They did.
Damn. All right, so I think if we were all on social media, we saw this goofy little keychain. Were you done with Pokemon? I like how I segue and then step
You
back.
move right on, Rick. You move right on in your segue. Just podcast with your bad self.
I just Fallout. Um, Shut up.
I'm sorry, I've been writing names for the last forever.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
writing names forever, you guys. I'm
All right.
finally done.
For our giveaway.
Yes.
Um, did you guys see the keychain for the Assassin's Creed Odyssey game? It was like a Roman gladiator.
I did
helmet thing.
indeed.
So that popped, and then the very next day, Ubisoft's like, "Yep, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is going to be at E3," and they, that leak was true. I kind of have a feeling they went ahead and unveiled it before they wanted to at E3.
Really?
I think
I
you're
have
right.
a feeling they did.
I think you're right.
Oh.
I
I
think
have
they
a
never
feeling.
would have revealed it if that keychain hadn't been leaked.
Yeah. So, real quick, Odyssey is supposed to take things a bit further than Origins did, which had some more RPG elements, and that's some rumors that they're saying. Bringing dialogue options to the series for the first time, and you'll be able to play either a male or female protagonist.
That's
and,
cool that you can choose. They don't usually give you a ton of player choice in Assassin's
yes.
Creed.
So, two sources confirmed that Odyssey will be out during Ubisoft's 2019 fiscal year, which ends March 31st, 2019. So you can probably expect that sometime next year. But I'll be interesting to see what this is. I like Greek mythology. It'd be kind of cool to see what they're prepping for. It's kind of interesting when leaks drop just out of the air like that. And it's funny. You should mention out of the air. Actually, did you ever finish the Egyptian one?
No. I only got a little ways in and then other games came out and it's on the pile. I haven't played it in a long time.
Because you were like so excited about that, and you were
I
like, "I'm gonna
was.
take the tour."
I haven't done the tour.
See, that's what I mean.
I promised you guys that I would stream the tour.
Yeah.
We would go on a field trip.
I've been waiting months.
I'm sorry, you've been on the bus this whole time. Waiting on the school bus.
I've had my tickets.
It's
I've
terrible.
had my tickets printed off since.
We definitely need to go on an Assassin's Creed Discovery tour.
Right?
But
you're not even ready to play Odyssey yet.
So Odyssey, does it have a sentient hat in it?
Was that in Homer's?
No. It was in Mario.
Oh,
That joke just dropped like a bag of rocks. Sorry.
Speaking about dropping out of the air
Sorry.
like that, Battlefield 5 has a new game mode called Airborne, where the attackers parachute out of planes onto the defenders below and have to destroy the artillery while the defenders shoot AK guns at the planes, dropping out the airborne soldiers. And you can also have dogfights in the air, which I'm assuming both sides are trying to fight for air control while defending the guys parachuting to the ground. I think that sounds amazing. It's a new game mode. You don't see new game modes very often in these games that aren't just like kind of weird takes on past ones. So it's kind of cool to see them being innovative. And Battlefield is an EA controlled game, and they said that there's going to be no loot crates in Battlefield 5.
What?
No loot crates.
Really?
And get this. Not only is there a new game mode, no loot crates, but there's going to be no season passes. Everyone who buys the game is going to get all the maps that come out.
That's
Well, that's
amazingly consumer friendly.
Yeah,
That's nice.
So I don't know what they're smoking it. I for one am very excited for Battlefield 5. Yeah. I
That's
know you
cool.
guys aren't into Battlefields at all, but I like World War II, and this one's going to take place in World War II, and it looks a little bit more whimsical, kind of like back to... This kind of just hit me. They do mention something about the company, and I was thinking that this looks a bit more Bad Company than the rest of the Battlefields have since Bad Company 1 or 2. So we'll see if this one's going to be... Do you guys ever watch Kelly's Heroes or Hogan's Heroes or anything like that? Any of those shows?
No.
I used to watch Hogan's Heroes back in the day.
So you know how it's like a ragtag kind of comedy group about World War II?
Yeah.
I have this is from the preview trailer. It's kind of... I have a feeling it's going to be like that, kind of a ragtag group of World War II soldiers, and I hope it's going to be comical because their Bad Company games are great. So we'll see how this goes. But got high hopes for this. The last bit of news, high hopes and high dollar amounts, really. Bungie gets $100 million by partnering up with the Chinese publishing company. Their NetEase is the name, but they're going to raise them $100 million. NetEase is going to raise Bungie $100 million for this development of a new game that isn't Destiny.
I like how you wrote in the show notes, $100 million.
Dollars.
Those dollar bills. Is that like dynasty money or what?
I don't know. I just think it's cool that they're getting this huge influx of cash, but what's that new game going to be? And it's not Destiny. But they say, don't worry, if you're Destiny fans, you're not going to lose any. They're going to keep developing Destiny for many years to come.
Well, if any of you would like to give me a large influx of cash, you're more than welcome to. You can send donations care of.
Oh, dear.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Speaking of charity, should we give away some games?
Give away a game.
Let's give away some games. So you guys are going to be shocked. So usually on the podcast, we like to give away games because we're the awesomest podcast on the interwebs. And I think we need to change how we give away games, guys, because that took me a really long time to generate that list on the fly. Normally I do it because we like to add the people who are actively in the chat room. Yep. And then also as a bonus, because people are part of the Discord, they get automatically entered in. Mm-hmm. Well,
we'll make new systems up.
We have 65 entries.
Holy smokes.
Which is a marked improvement from our 35 to 40 entries usually. But the first game that we're giving away is called On Rusty Trails, and it's kind of a puzzle 2D side scroller. Conformity is everything in this lightning fast platformer. Get ready to shift your friendships each and every second. It has overwhelmingly positive reviews, and it's developed and published by Black Pants Studio. And the winner of On Rusty Trails is Hoshi 134, who is one of our guests in the Discord.
Congrats, Hoshi.
So we will connect with you after the show. The next game that we are giving away is called Battle Rider. Battle Rider is your way to first place in this engaging combat racing game. It offers adrenaline pumping, high-octane action, and a lot of fun. Mostly positive reviews, came out April 26, 2017, and is developed and published by One Man Team. That's literally their name, One Man Team.
Oh,
it's always extremely impressive to me. Oh,
and the winner of Battle Rider is Zomgits Deja.
Hey!
ZOMG, awesome. It's Deja.
So, first time to the chat, first time winner, excellent.
I remember seeing that name before.
Nice vendor.
Yeah, Zomgits.
It's ZOMG, yeah. It's Deja. Yeah, I read it the same way.
Oh, I'm sorry. You guys know by now that the prerequisite for saying the names is to botch them. So.
Yes.
That's why they're here.
Yeah.
Great.
The next game, I'm just going to keep going because I got this great list. So the next game we're giving away is called The Fall. This looks really cool. I almost don't want to give it away.
Give it away now.
So you take the role of Arid, the artificial intelligence within a high-tech combat suit. The Fall is a unique combination of adventure game, puzzle solving, and side-scroller action, all set within a dark and atmospheric story. Get ready for a disturbing journey as you explore the world of The Fall. It has overwhelmingly positive reviews, over 3,000 positive reviews. It was released May 30th, 2014, and developer and publisher is Over the Moon. The winner of The Fall is M. Fournier 22.
Oh,
who is one of our Discord members.
Indeed. I think he was in the chat earlier too.
And I've got two others on the list. Shall I keep going?
Let's do some podcast and go back to those.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We gotta get to our gameplay because everyone's here for Fallout.
Yes, we've got to roll through this other stuff and get to the Fallout, guys.
Just a quick side note. How can people get access to the Discord?
You can click on the link, which is posted on our social media, and alternately, you can ask us to send you a link.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget, if you're part of the Discord, you get automatically entered in to win free games.
Indeed.
Yep.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. What did you play this week, Vendor?
Well, I played Fun Run 3.
Awesome.
which is incredibly addicting. The game is very involved. You level up. There are tons of achievements, Shalene,
Mm-hmm.
and like chests that you open, and you get rewards, and you
Tell
can
me
like
more.
dress. You can dress your little characters in clothing and different outfits, and they're adorable. And you can get little skins for your characters, like little frog skins and like panda
Aw.
bears. It's really cute.
That sounds precious.
Anyways, FunRun has this thing where they do like these campaigns, or like they call it a season, and you can do just a regular racetrack, or you can do the arena racetrack, which is in a regular race there's 4 people. In an arena race there's like 12 people, and it's like crazy. So I've been doing a lot of the arena races to finish the season off and get high ranking, but it's quite competitive.
It is.
I've really enjoyed playing it. You guys should check it out. It's free to download. Super fun. You can actually make your own clans. And so I was thinking it would be really fun if we all had one big clan. And you can contribute points and stuff to the clan and compete with other clans and stuff. Yeah, super fun. So that's all I've been playing. I've been really excited to get back to the council. Episode 2 is out. And I haven't had a chance yet because I've been out of the house for the last 2 weeks. But other than that, that's really all I've been playing.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Shalene?
Well, okay, before I start my gameplay, I want to check on my EA stock because we did have some very positive responses to stock time. So I have a single EA stock, and we're going to see how it's doing this time.
The little saga of this stock that could.
I love it.
It was doing pretty well last time I checked on it. Okay,
Yeah,
the EA
I think
stock,
you were up like $10 or
guys,
something.
the EA stock is worth $136.
How much?
Whoa!
Yes, that is pretty good. I bought it at $117,
Wow,
giving me a total
nice.
return of $18.52. So
That's
I'm not
fantastic.
sure, should I sell the EA stock and buy a different stock? Should I keep it through E3 and see how it goes?
Let's
Yeah.
keep it through E3.
Okay, we're going to keep the EA
But I mean,
stock.
come on, $18.50? I mean, you could go to the movies by yourself.
That's pretty darn good. That would
With
that
that.
would pay for my my
No, it wouldn't.
taxi to
No.
EA to
Oh,
EA
I thought you were
Play.
gonna say popcorn.
That would pay for my popcorn.
No, it wouldn't.
But yeah.
Why
I
are
just-
movies so expensive? Like,
I
God.
don't know.
Because
man.
it's not so much paying for the movie, you're paying for the theater to keep the lights on.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
because us moviegoers are like, I want 3D and curved screens and Dolby this, that, and I want my chairs to go rock back and forth and vibrate, and so
Mhm.
movie tickets are expensive.
Yeah, so that's the saga of the EA stock.
Right.
And I have been playing a couple of video games. I've been playing The Division, guys, with Rick.
Yep.
That's really great. I'm sorry, I bailed off because the chat said something good. M. Fournier said that we should call the stock segment Stockholm Syndrome.
You just keep coming back for more.
Oh, that's so good. It's so good. So good.
Ay.
So we've been playing The Division, Rick and I, and it's been a lot of fun. We've been having a great time. And we are closing in on level 30, and according to Rick, we can do some pretty cool stuff after we hit level 30. It's been very fun. I am still the sniper, and that's been just a great time. I'm having the best time being the Division sniper. We discovered the loot boxes in The Division,
Yeah, we did.
and it's the best! I love them! I love the loot boxes! We haven't paid real money for the loot boxes, but we can get some just randomly, and it's been really great. They have some sort of more rare cosmetic items and weapon skins, hats and scarves and shoes and pants, and it's the best, and I love it. So
Oh.
those of you who've been around for the long haul of our podcast career know that what's funny, Vinder?
I'm laughing at you.
Oh. Those of you that have been around know that Rick and I have traditionally had this knight/scribe relationship where I am the scribe and Rick is the knight. But in the Division, Rick is kind of both the knight and the scribe. Because, honestly, guys, I'm not super invested in the story or the lore of the Division or even what we're doing in our quests as we're doing it. I just kind of follow him around and shoot where he points. And this kind of led to a funny situation last week. So I wasn't doing very well, you know. I was just pouring headshot after headshot into our enemies, and they just wouldn't die. Just hammering away, and they weren't taking damage. And so Rick finds this amazing sniper rifle, and he says, "Here, Shalene, you know, this is a great sniper rifle. You should try this." And I pick it up, and it doesn't do much damage. And so Rick's like, "Well, let's check out your gear, Shalene. Why is this gun not doing as much damage?" So Rick investigates my gear, and he has this just face palm, and I can see he's just like in disbelief as to what I have done here. And he tells me that the Division is an RPG and that I need to pay attention to my character build and stats on my gear and equipment. "You're a sniper," he tells me. "You should be a glass cannon." So Rick takes me back to the main base and shows me how to respec my character. And I am unstoppable, you guys. I'm so powerful now. It's so good. It's so good. But I was just like, I felt really dumb that I had to be sort of handheld through this whole RPG element to the game that I'd just been ignoring.
Goodness.
It's very silly.
It was great.
Sounds like a great time.
I finished the story mode of God of War as well. I've been playing that for several weeks, and I love it so much, guys. I love it so much. It was a very good video game, very good. And I think I said on the last episode that for me the plot was kind of predictable, and it still was up to the end, but it was a beautifully told, predictable story. And I really loved all of these characters and the setting, and I don't want to leave them. Fortunately, I don't have to. No spoilers, but you can continue playing the game after the quote-unquote ending. And a bunch of new stuff appeared on the map. So there are a bunch of new locations I've never visited, and it's really cool. So I really
love that games have come a long way and that you can finish the storyline and keep playing.
Yes, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah, other than like, I don't know, Fallout 3 in New Vegas.
Well, okay, yeah. But Fallout 4, I mean, you could keep playing. Well, I don't know.
And they fixed that in Fallout 3.
That's true, they did.
But I may actually go for the Platinum Trophy in this game. They have this great...
Shocker.
These checklists. Well, it is kind of a shocker because I don't usually go for platinums. I do achievements. I don't really do the trophies as much. So I only have one platinum, just the Fallout 3 platinum. That's the only one I have. But the map screen has got these great checklists that show your progress in terms of collectibles. So I could potentially do it without even using a guide. So I may do that. But I would like to talk a bit about the gameplay of God of War. I'm not talking any story spoilers, just gameplay. So I left this game on the default difficulty level, and about 2/3 of the way through the game, there was a pretty rough difficulty spike. The game got really hard, and I never did feel the need to completely lower the difficulty, but I was really struggling in this game. I could take maybe 2 hits from a normal enemy, and all the bosses were just one-shotting me. It was rough. So my timing got really good with practice, and I was parrying ranged attacks and close attacks with my shield just every time, parrying, and I was dodging attacks and striking at just the right moment, and the gameplay felt really fun. I was doing great. And I get to this one boss battle, right? And there was maybe 6 different times that I got this boss's health down to just the tiniest little tiny sliver of health. But then I would die because he was spawning minions so fast that I couldn't take them all down before the next wave would arrive, and there was no time to actually strike a hit on the boss.
Right.
And it was too hard, and I was feeling really frustrated. And then I had like a Rick McVick Force Ghost, like, telling me that this game has an RPG element that you've been totally ignoring.
Use the stat, Shalene.
Exactly. And I remembered that God of War has an RPG element that I hadn't touched since the tutorial for the God of War RPG element. So I open the menu, guys, and I have 150,000 hack silver and 98,000 XP. And that was enough that I completely specced out Atreus and the sun character, and I bought almost all of the upgrades. I spent a lot of this XP, and the game went from Dark Souls to Dynasty Warriors in one moment. And I have all these...
Joseph's house just like, what?
I know.
Shanakin says, Shalene, trust your tutorials.
But I had totally ignored that aspect of the game, so I bought...
Everyone's in the chat's just like, I cannot believe this. I know, like, honestly, like, guys, when she was telling me this, I was like, what? Where's my... She's a synth now, because my Shalene would have noticed this.
But yeah, guys, that's a thing that happened, and I still have my timing down from all this practice without skills or abilities. So I'm so powerful now, and it's really good. And I would like to give just a bit of advice to anybody playing God of War. Don't neglect leveling Atreus' skills, because Atreus is amazing. He's so good. He's so good. And yeah, God of War, I loved it. That's my story. So, Rick, what you been playing?
Well, I've been fiddling away at No Man's Sky because I'm prepping for the multiplayer update. So when you guys see me, when the two of you finally come, vendors, always done.
This isn't that kind of show, Vendor. I mean,
I'm sorry, I just got a little hot there.
I mean, is this about the donations request?
Yeah. We've got a 50 cents donation.
You know, the highest rated episode of the show was the Naked Rick episode.
Naked Rick. You guys should definitely go check it out if you haven't seen it. Didn't we also start that show off by eating fried chicken?
We did.
Yeah.
Oh, what is wrong with us?
We just started
the lengths we will go to. But look at where we've come.
Wow.
Anyway, playing No Man's Sky to prep because when the multiplayer thing comes out, somebody said I was hilarious naked. That's not a good thing.
It was pretty funny.
That's not what you were going for?
No, it is what I'm going for.
I like the chest hair, the little,
Anyway, so because I want you guys to come by my base, and I have the freighter up in the sky and all this badass stuff. So I played a little bit of that, got bored. Then Shalene, you mentioned we've been playing the Division together, and it's been great. It's definitely weird being the healer, it's just changed. Shalene, after she upgraded her gear, we'll come up upon 5 guys, and I use a squad automatic weapon, just a high capacity ammo weapon to suppress people, and she can take them out. And I'll be working on 2 bad guys, and I'll kill one, be like, yeah, I'll kill a second one. I'm like, all right, let's work on the other 3. Then I'll look, and they're all dead already. It's because Shalene just picks them all off real quick. So that's been really, really interesting to play that way, because I've never been able to play a healer or a support character, even though I really want to. Hey, Gerfuffleson's in the chat.
Hey, Gerfuffle, we miss you.
Oh my gosh, honorary guest of the evening.
Ah, welcome.
Also,
Welcome.
we just got a retweet from the Fallout feed.
Aw, we love those guys.
And they quoted. So I sent a tweet out. It said, "We're live in about 5 minutes. Come hang out in the chat tonight. We talk Fallout 76 and several other optional things." And they responded in quotes by saying, "Don't be bored. Games presents Unstoppable Shindig."
Ah, nice. I love those guys.
Oh, I love those guys. Follow feed. You guys should go shoot them a follow if you get the chance.
So after I got bored with The Division and No Man's Sky, I'm a big fan of the show Justified. I think I'm on my 6th time watching them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I Googled what game is like Justified because I want to be that kind of guy. And I had a few drinks, and somebody said Fallout or Far Cry 5. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. So I got Far Cry 5, and I've been playing that. And it's a lot of fun because you're the deputy sheriff, and it's like, yes, I'm Raylan Givens, and all I'm using basically is a pistol. It's all I'm using just to kind of fit that character, because you know me and my RP. And I haven't seen many glitches, although one glitch was hilarious. I send my dog, Boomer, to go attack a deer way far away on a hill. And as Boomer gets up to the deer jumps like 50 feet in the air. Like it's laying down, and it just gets surprised, like you see those cat videos. It jumps 15 feet in the air, comes back down, and runs away. I was like, well, that was a heck of a glitch. It just went anyway. But that's all I've been playing really is just Far Cry 5, No Man's Sky, and Division. Tonight, I'll be digging into some Fallout 3 for no reason whatsoever. Actually, I've got the uranium fever. And one of the funniest things happened while we were playing The Division, and it is my challenge entry for tonight, because I actually did one!
Yay! How
I think we all
fun.
did one, didn't we?
We did. This may be the first time in Gamestack history that we all did the challenge.
Wow. Wait, you guys did the challenge?
We did, yeah.
We did.
I did mine before you did, and
Oh my
Rick did his at
gosh.
the last possible minute.
I'm sorry, I posted mine this morning. I forgot all about it. But
Yes, just
I'm
a
exempt.
reminder,
I'm
guys,
exempt.
please do try and get those challenge entries in by Thursday night. That's when we put this stuff together.
Yeah, Shalene is pretty awesome and always prepared, unlike Rick and I. But we cannot make any guarantees that if you post Friday morning, that it will make it into the evening show.
Shall we roll on into the challenge?
Let's
Yes,
do it.
let's do it.
All right. So what was this fortnight's challenge, you guys?
This week's challenge, last week or last fortnight. What do we call it now?
Last week.
The previous challenge.
Yeah. We asked you to send in a totally random screenshot from any game without any sort of context. And the idea was for us to kind of interpret and guess in our own way.
So excited.
Indeed. Let's do it. So the first one comes from Bree.
She always delivers. This looks like it's... Oh, she went... Okay.
It fell asleep. It's just taking a nap.
Wow.
I was going to say Far Cry. So
It is Far Cry.
I was correct on that. Yes.
This little helicopter's just toppled over. Mousetrap has...
Oh, is that Firewatch?
Try and guess. Oh, this
I
does
would
look
guess
like Firewatch.
Yeah,
But what if it's Far Cry?
could be.
Could be Far Cry.
It's a
It is
lovely
beautiful.
scene for our audio folks. It's a lovely scene featuring some trees, and it's kind of orange.
Mousetrap is if you're in the chat,
see
please let us know what that is. He was in earlier, so.
Was he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I missed him.
Ooh,
And-
this is tough. You guys are giving us tough ones. Huge hint, it's a game from 2005, and this is Ray B, who posted this to the Twitter. And
He's-
it's basically, for our audio listeners, a ball of flames. It's
Yeah,
just
I don't
it's
even
just
know.
flames.
I'm guessing it's Oblivion. When did Oblivion come out?
2005.
I don't know.
There's something in the top left corner.
Yeah. Ray B, I am stumped on that.
Indeed. He got us. My guess
All
is
right.
Oblivion. I don't know when it came out.
Ray's got us, but I would guess some sort of Bethesda game.
The
Oh,
story
this
behind
one's
it.
pretty obvious.
Yeah, mine is pretty obvious. It is a scene of myself and Rick and Archin. Our ghostly selves are on the ship of the damned in Sea of Thieves. And Rick, do you want to tell the story, or should I tell the story?
Well, I will. I always thought that in the game you can pick up these gunpowder barrels, and you can either throw them over into the ocean if you're being pursued and they act like mines, or you can, blow them up on ships or sell them for gold. And your teammates are carrying these things. And so one day I'm playing Sea of Thieves by myself. I am in a terrible mood, and I'm just playing Sea of Thieves by myself because I need to chill. And I'm playing, and I'm sailing off. I'm in the middle of the ocean. All of a sudden I hear ahoy hoy, and I was like,
where did that come from?
I was like, what is? And I'm like spinning around, and all of a sudden I see someone on my deck, and I'm like, what the heck? Who is where? And it's Archon.
Who that?
It's Archon, and he joins my game, and I'm like,
that's awesome.
So after we were playing for a bit, Shalene joins in, and we were ending our session, and we were carrying in gunpowder barrels. Archon had one, and I had one, and I was like, I've always wondered if a teammate who you can't injure other teammates. But I was like, I wonder if a teammate can shoot this barrel that I'm holding and explode it. And so Archon and Shalene were like, well, stand over on that rock. So I'm standing on this rock, and Archon's in front of me a ways off, and Shalene's in front of me a ways back.
Archon is also carrying a barrel. That's important.
Yeah, Archon has a barrel too because he's going to go sell it. And so Shalene goes, boom, and right, and I explode, and I'm dying, and then I see Shalene dying, and then all of a sudden I hear a secondary badoom, and then like Archon's like, because it exploded his, and the next thing we know, all three of us are dead.
Not the badoom. There was supposed to be an earth-shattering badoom.
Yeah, my barrel triggered his barrel, and we're like, well, that solves the question.
And then you got crossing barrels, and
yeah,
it's bad.
So,
it was so funny.
Awesome.
It was so funny.
Oh, it sounds like a great time. I'm extremely jealous that you played with Archon, and I wasn't there.
It was completely spontaneous.
I'm sorry that I wasn't there, but hopefully we'll get to play all together.
I greatly hope so.
Oh.
Okay, what's next?
This one's from Captain Bones.
I don't like it.
It's a Fallout 4 screenshot, and there are some very creepy mannequins.
Yep,
And-
that's weird. Dead people around a lantern.
I think the mannequins killed the people, obviously.
Probably.
The
Those
mannequins
are sentient.
they're the real enemy of Fallout 4. Like, Institute be darned, these mannequins are the real enemy.
Which faction is it in Nuka World that is all about the mannequins?
I don't know.
Is it the Pack? No, it's the. Oh, I don't remember.
Marvin the
Doug the Impression.
yeah.
It was a pretty good impression. The next one's from Limus646.
Try to guess the name of these. That's it.
Lovely ladies.
Aren't those the guns from Tomb Raider?
You may be right. I know. If Rick knows his guns, like I think he knows his guns.
I don't know the name of them because they're highly modified, but I believe they're 45 caliber modified pistols.
Nice guns, Limus. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Good one.
Scissor Gufferson's just operators like the mannequins.
The operators. Yes, thank you.
Joshy Neurotic, I also thought it was No Man's Sky. Oh, I love the love for No Man's Sky.
Oh, this is great. I need to get back to that game.
Sister
I need to play it on
Rose
PC.
on Twitter
Yeah.
presented this screenshot of a planet out a window, and it's a really good screenshot, actually.
It's such a beautiful game.
It is.
It is literally so peaceful, and I hope that one day it's available on VR.
That would be a good VR game.
That would be a good VR game.
Yeah. Oh, this is
Hey.
mine.
Oh, those stinking saw blades, man. And an anvil. Boy.
So this is literally as I just started, and the best part about this is in Fun Run 3, by the way. And the best part of it, I totally just gave it away. That is not the point of the challenge. At the start of every race, everybody has their own weapon. And so I was in first. So not only did I get hit by a saw blade, but I also got hit by an anvil. Yeah. It's funny, when you get hit by a saw blade, you turn into like little pieces of steak and bacon.
Oh,
And
no.
there's blood everywhere.
And there's
it's
blood
seriously
everywhere.
gory. And I was like,
It's
the first time I played it,
terrible.
and one's like, I was like, ah.
Did you guys ever play Explosion Man?
No.
When you kill enemies in Explosion Man, they turn into little cuts of meat.
Yeah.
Explode.
It's great. I'm glad that you played it, Rick. It was fun. Yeah.
Speaking of Rick,
Get her to sue that.
That bat is exactly where you think
this
it
is a Division screenshot.
Oh, I was gonna guess the Division. Yeah.
And we've got sort of a physics glitch that's happened. With,
No, that's real.
It's not a physics glitch?
No, they killed him and then thwacked it there and made it stick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Poor fellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's singing soprano now.
Poor little guy.
If he was still alive to sing.
Yeah.
This one's Archins. And I really like this because he's got a little like a unicorn bunny rabbit who has apparently wiped his entire party in whatever game this is.
Run away!
The terrible beast.
Yeah. I wonder what game that is, but it's pretty great.
It's mobile, I believe.
I think that's a really cute evil bunny. And this one came from listener Jim Bass via email.
World is going on here.
I don't know.
Is that Jon Snow?
That is Jon Snow. It's the character model from the Telltale game.
Oh,
it
is this
VR chat?
Tabletop Simulator? No.
No.
No, this has got to be VR chat.
Or like, yeah.
There's like a
maybe
little
that's
Fallout
what it
bobblehead.
is.
This
Or
looks like a great amount of fun. I
there's
want to play this.
an Iron Man.
I like Link in the background.
Is that
An
some girl
Overwatch?
from what's the girl on the left?
Overwatch.
Overwatch? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tracer, I think is her name.
Dragon Ball Z?
Is that what
Even though
this
she's
yellow
like that
hair
looks-
guy is?
I think so.
Yeah.
This
I think
looks
so.
so seedy.
Yeah. This is the thing. It's we asked for random screenshots and boy did you deliver.
I think we should do this regularly. I like
This
it.
was
It's
an
a lot of fun
enjoyable-
guessing. I have no idea what this game is.
It's VR chat. And Joshy Neurotic in chat says that game looks like a gong show. Yes, it does.
This was a really enjoyable
Just
challenge.
complete
this time.
random.
Who are those people sitting on that couch in the background? What are they doing on that couch? Like,
Worst thing. It's just I love the building says EA.
And it says,
and
no,
it's on
wait.
fire.
The EA building says these violent delights have violent end user microtransactions.
Oh, that's good.
Wow,
That's
that
awesome.
was pretty.
It's incredibly the
splendid.
G-Class Mercedes in the background.
That
Good.
brings us
So
back
good.
to the
Alright.
beginning. So that was pretty great. Next time, this was guys. We're doing the planning the show on the show, but this was my idea for the next one. Is that okay with you guys? You wanna
Oh, yeah.
So next time, for your challenge, submit your favorite thing from E3 because E3 will have happened by then. So send us a picture or a screenshot of your favorite thing from E3. How will the people send that to us, guys?
Rick?
Rick, how would the
Uh,
people send their challenge? in?
I was setting up something else for later in the show. I was-
You can submit your challenge to us on Twitter by tweeting at We Just Love Games. That's at We Just Love Games. And don't forget to include the hashtag Gamestack Challenge. That is preferably the way we like to receive challenge entries. It is the easiest way for us to see them almost immediately and not forget about them. So I will forego saying anything else about how you can enter in the challenge in other ways.
Thank you.
Back to you, Shalene.
Hashtag GameStack Challenge. So let's give away our last two video games. We're almost to fall. I'm sorry, Rick. Go ahead.
He had
Go
something.
ahead, Rick.
He had something.
I did. I tried to move on, and it just didn't work out. I found another Give It Away song.
Oh.
Give it away, give it away, give it
No,
away
I-
now. Give
We
it.
already did that one.
I was
We
gonna
already
say
did
that
Uh,
picture from out our honeymoon that night in Frisco Bay. Just give it away. She said, "Just give it away."
Well, throw on your invisibility cloak and put your reflexes to the test in this brutal precision platformer, brimming with espionage, intrigue, and betrayal, featuring an original soundtrack by Grammy Award winner RAC Master Spy. was released September 8th, 2015, developer publisher TurboGun. And our winner for Master Spy is scrolling, Virtual Soldier, who is one of our winners from the Discord. Actually, a lot of people from the Discord won tonight.
Cool.
Congratulations, Virtual Soldier.
So you go.
Sorry?
I was
Go
going to say,
ahead.
joining up for our free Discord pays in dividends.
Yes, unlimited
Pixels.
dividends.
And pictures.
Actually, there are totally limits to the dividends, but
Would you
Yeah,
stop?
this is true.
I'm making jokes.
Speaking of limits, the last game we're giving away is a game called Chronology. It is adorable. You're basically a little elf and you can ride a snail. It's really cute. It's a platform adventure game about time traveling, puzzle solving, and a friendship between an old inventor and a snail. It's got really great reviews. It came out May 12th, 2014. Developer, publisher, Bedtime Digital Games. And the winner of Chronology is 4 Mile Farm.
hey, congratulations, 4 Mile.
So congratulations to Virtual Soldier and 4 Mile. We will connect
There-
with you two after the show.
Guys, there are not enough games with snails in them. Am I right?
Ark has snails.
Ark has
I heard-
snails?
I heard they're
Mhm.
slow to develop.
Yeah. They're not very quick to the race.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of things that are slow, it's been a long time coming. But Rick,
No,
what are you?
no. Keep going.
what are you? Let's talk about Fallout 76, you guys.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ha ha ha. ha.
You know what I did? I went back and I listened to the very last episode of the podcast that was
The
And
Fallout
we
podcast
had-
that we used to do.
the old podcast. And Vendor, you were actually on that episode.
He
verbally.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gearing up to do a extra live stream.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So here's the thing. We did some next Fallout predictions. And we were way wrong. Because I was like, we won for like another 10 years. And
Yeah.
we were wrong.
Boy, were we. Boy,
So-
were we.
Are we gonna play it?
Well,
we're
first
gonna
of all-
play it, but go ahead, Binder.
First of all, I have to say that I had given up on Bethesda.
What?
Well, remember when we had our E3 predictions and I
Yeah.
literally said that I think that it's the franchise is like they're not going to introduce anything new. Yeah. Well, I definitely was wrong, or I think I'm wrong. We'll see. We'll see, guys.
Okay, so before we get into actually the trailer breakdown, let's just tell the little story because I know there are listeners out there who do not follow social media and may not be
Mhm.
familiar with the whole situation.
Yep.
So how this started, on Tuesday, the 29th of May, Bethesda tweeted out a GIF of a test pattern with the hashtag, please stand by. And this test pattern was colorized, which was different from previous ones that we've seen. After posting the test pattern, Bethesda's Twitch, the Twitch channel went live with a TV in the background playing the same test pattern and a large Vault Boy bobblehead, and Twitch shenanigans ensued. Does somebody want to talk about what happened on the stream? Some of the silly things?
Did you watch it, Vendor?
The trailer?
No, the stream.
No, I did not watch the stream.
So they had a puppet show. And it was just a little Vault Boy puppet that was like dancing around and stuff. They had like somebody in a golden mask. Wasn't that?
Yeah. It
What?
was sort I think it was the Game of Thrones, what were they called? The Sons of the Harpy? It was the
I don't
Sons of the Harpy mask.
And the balloon that went into a little pixelated bobblehead or a pixelated Vault Boy.
Yes.
I don't even know.
They tucked the Vault Boy in for the night. The stream ran for about 24 hours. They tucked
That's
him
it.
in for the night. They put out a cupcake in the morning, which I thought was really funny.
Confetti.
Yes, there was confetti.
That's funny because it's kind of a play on the last time they screwed with us. Right?
They love
Yes.
screwing with the.
Yes.
Oh, they just love it. They love it. That's
They
the
do.
funnest part of their job.
They had
They've
about
been
100
thinking about that for 3 years.
They had about 150,000 viewers.
That's not
when that
As
trailer-
much as I thought there would be.
because the trailer popped at like 10 o'clock on like a Thursday.
Yes. My phone exploded when the
The internet broke. The internet literally broke. Wednesday morning was a great time to receive that information.
really was. So
Yeah.
So
And so, do you guys want to show this trailer? Shall we go through it?
yeah, I think we should show it.
All right, let's do this.
All right.
Let's do this. Let me just. Okay.
Are
Hopefully.
we gonna watch it once through and then go back, or what?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Oh wait, let's hang on. I have so we can do the.
What are we?
I have it up here so they can see our faces as we react to the trailer. Vendor
Oh,
walked away.
dissect.
Vendor left. Vendor left. Come back, Vendor.
The trailer.
Where'd he
full
go?
screen. Let's do this. We've been waiting for this
Okay.
for like an hour.
But see, I had it queued up so they could see our reactions. See? Like this.
West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is all there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads, take
But when the fighting is stopped and the fallout is settled, you must rebuild.
I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Take it home, come your roads. Take it home, country roads.
In Vault 76, our future begins.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Right?
First of all, that song is going to become the most popular song of the year.
Right? Ah. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Now-
gonna bring the full screen up
Okay,
now.
Let me just gather myself.
There's
Okay.
so much to dissect.
So here's the full
Guys, this is
screen.
exciting.
We're gonna go through this thing frame by frame. If you're not here for frame by frame, then we're sorry. So here's the test pattern, and note it is colorized this time.
It's
Yes, it's colorized. So I would wager a guess that this is in the far, far future.
No.
Quite the opposite, in fact.
Yeah. And I think maybe that's why it's colorized, because the color hasn't faded. Maybe.
Oh,
And, I
right,
saw-
radiation. Yes.
I also saw a post today from Vault of Daedalus, who is one of the moderators of the Fallout subreddit, showing that there was a color TV in Fallout 1. So, color TVs are not unheard of. Bethesda Game Studios. So this is not a spin-off that's been handed to an external outside of the Bethesda umbrella.
Which is nice,
Yeah.
right? We were not hoping
Okay.
for that. So
So right here, this is very familiar. And I feel like this was a bit of a troll. This opening where we
Oh, yeah.
see the extreme zoom in of the Pip-Boy. And Rick, what did this remind you of?
I thought this was the zoom out for the bus in Fallout 3, and I'm like, it's a freaking remaster. I was like, it's not that I was upset for a remaster, because I think Fallout 3 would be great on the creation engine. I just meant that they spent 24 hours trolling us with a please stand by when they've never trolled us about any other remaster or port before. And I'm like, why would they start now with Fallout 3? That was my initial thought when I saw this. I'm like, son of a...
I actually got your text that this was a new game before I saw the trailer, so I knew it was something new. But if I had not seen your text first, I would have also thought this was a Fallout 3 remaster from this.
okay, let's just quickly check in with our chat here. Ben Yannick says, I wonder if there is something to all the showing of wealth in this vault, like the color TV, all the recreational gear, gold on the uniforms. What's your thoughts about that?
Let me
Well-
just, you guys talk amongst yourselves while I bring up the chat on another screen because I only have one screen.
We...
Well,
get into that.
So the radio's interesting. It's first and foremost, it's a new design.
Old.
Really?
Shalene pointed this one out to me.
Yes,
because I
and
noticed
we
the
will
design too.
we'll get there. We will get there.
Shalene called me out. She's like, "You some gun?" No, it's
That's exactly what I
That
said.
John Denver's full
That's
of
the
shit.
so. Yeah, it's actually so.
Okay,
They-
let's move on.
Okay.
The little trolley Ink Spot's guitar lick is like.
Almost heaven.
And can we talk about this man's voice doing the John Denver song?
This
It's
is
so
definitely,
beautiful.
yeah, super cool. The
Has
"Take Me
such a
Home" by
beautiful
John
voice.
Denver.
Yeah.
It's obviously the first. Well, it's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Okay, halt. I want you to look, Vinder, at the
2102,
date. 2102. I have my notes from.
6:30 in the morning.
I have my
25.
cheat sheets.
25 years after the bombs.
Wait, this isn't a radio. It's a Pip-Boy.
Yes.
I have my cheat sheets from the Fallout podcast we used to do. I dug them out of my desk. And the Great War 2077, Fallout 1 2161. This
This is the
Pip-Boy.
earliest.
Oh,
2102.
my God.
Now here's the thing. Vault 76 was supposed to open up 20 years after the war. This is 25 years after the war.
this is
Okay.
the closest to the Great War we've ever been, which is incredibly exciting.
Technically, that's not true at all.
Yeah,
The
you have a
closest
point.
we've ever been to the Great War was the beginning of Fallout 4 when we were in.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point.
I'm
But
being a dink.
this Pip-Boy, it looks highly similar to the Pip-Boy 2000 from the early isometric Fallout games, and Fallout 2, I think in particular.
Yeah, like
had
the
Pip-Boy
2000, like maybe it's like a Mark II or something.
Yeah. And it has a radio on it. I don't think the Pip-Boy 2000, the original, had a radio, but this looks highly similar. So
I love the vacuum tubes.
so
I love the
nice.
vacuum tubes. You know, you can get those.
I have a whole box full of old
They
vacuum tubes.
sell them at the hardware store now. Well, Lowe's, anyways. Do you guys have a Lowe's down there?
Yeah,
No?
yeah.
Blue Ridge Mountain.
All right.
Okay.
So wait. So first of all, here, the "Take Me Home" by John Denver. This is obviously like the first thing we hear in the trailer, and I think it's safe to assume that Blue Ridge Mountains.
Well, the problem with the location is that in the Capital Wasteland, you find Vault 76 pops up on a list of vaults in the DC area. Now, Virginia is very close to.
Mhm.
So they could stretch the lore a bit here and push it more into the mountains of Appalachia in Virginia. But
So
still,
basically, what you're saying is that this is the closest we've come to Canada in Fallout. Really? I mean, that's what's most important.
if they go west, young man, then no.
I mean, hello. All you have to do is go north.
So the closest one to Canada would have been 4 because we were in Boston.
You're right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I have multiple clues, but I think that we're looking at Charlottesville, Virginia, maybe.
It's going to be
Richmond.
down that way.
Yeah.
Vault
So-
76, there's only 2 references to it in Fallout 3, and one of them's on a Mothership Zeta holotape, where the inspector for the construction of Vault 76 was abducted, and then when you're looking at the terminal for the vaults in the area. So,
See, that makes me wish that it was like Area 51.
yeah, I don't
In
know.
the in like this Nuevo thing that we heard
Oh.
about a couple weeks ago.
Ben Yannick's Tactics was the closest to Canada.
Interesting. I don't think any of us have ever played Tactics. So
No, I have not.
we have here a pair of spectacles. Hopefully, we will get back traits, and we can get the
And there's some sort of
perception
magazine
trait.
there. It looks like something.
It's an Unstoppables comic.
Yeah,
Yeah. We've got a red
A,
solo cup.
of course, and a Fallout birthday hat.
It is Vault-Tec.
Vault-Tec. Yeah.
Vault-Tec branded birthday hat, sitting on a dresser.
Shenandoah River.
And cutting out a bit, we can see
Like
the bed with a jangles.
First of all, how much do you want to bet that that comforter is going to be on sale in the Bethesda store?
and
buy it.
I will buy it.
I will totally buy it, you guys.
Oh man, they're gonna tune into the next episode of Gamestack, and we're all gonna have it like tied around our shoulders like a cape.
They really need to sell. They really need to sell the monkey.
Gerfuffleson for the win. He's like, Canada doesn't even exist in Fallout because the United States owns it. And he's
Yes!
right.
Gerfuffle
There's
is
no
right.
Canada.
It's all the U.S. of A.
It's only if we pay our tariffs.
I like
Oh.
that we're all arguing which one's closer to Canada, and he's like, "Pff, ain't no Canada."
Canada, what's that? I
Yeah,
only know America.
it's Canada, not Canada.
Oh, that's incredible.
is all there.
Okay, guys, now cutting out a bit farther, we see a lovely hat.
It
And
looks
a
like
new
the Vault-Tec
backpack.
rep hat.
And
The backpack's new, but the hat looks like the Vault-Tec rep hat.
Okay, so this is something that I was really hoping for, in that the realisticness of being able to carry half the wasteland on your back. I really hope that in some sort of Fallout that they come out with, that they would give us a backpack
yes,
to make it feel a little bit more, real.
Mods.
I agree so much with that. I really want, like, if I wear the backpack, maybe I can have 50 pounds more carry weight. Maybe I can leave the backpack at the doorway to a vault or something, and just fill it with stuff and go back in.
Now, assuming by the bulkheads, and everything else, will we say that this is actually in the vault?
I believe
Yes.
all of these shots are in the vault.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
No.
I mean, or at least they want us to think they're all in the vault.
Right.
Let's cut back a bit. The blonde penguin wants us to look under the bed, and I also want to look under the bed. Okay, so let me just move my mouse so that we
So-
can see.
Looks like we've
Okay,
got
here we
a
go.
Vault-Tec van, toy van,
A toolbox,
and a baseball bat, a toolbox.
a chunkla.
Is that a gauge from a stim pack?
That's a stopwatch. Or no, it could be a gauge from. No, it's a stopwatch because the stim pack had like a little T.
Right, with some tubing and stuff. Looks like there's some binoculars,
Now, what's
maybe.
the thing next to the chunkla? To the left.
What's it? That's a baseball mitt.
What's
no,
a
the
chunkla?
slipper. There's
Is
a
that some
slipper
sort of
behind
taco?
the chunkla is the slipper behind the baseball.
Oh,
And to the left of it, there's something with like two-pronged.
I thought it looked like arrows. No, it connects to a square device.
See,
I'm not
is
quite
that
sure, though.
like a Geiger counter or something? Do you have a Geiger counter?
I do have a Geiger counter.
You're supposed to answer. Mine is in the shop.
Oh, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Side note: that Post-it note next to the baseball bat, I'm having
it's
like
actually confetti.
Oh, because I was having like flashbacks to like Days of Our Life is Strange.
Oh,
Is Rick having like a
yeah.
spider issue or?
I do believe I had a spider in my eye.
This is not the time for spiders.
In your eye? Did you say?
Yeah, I felt something like get right here, and I was like,
Wow.
freaking out a second.
Gerfuffle thinks it's a quiver and arrows. I think it's some kind of a radio device.
The quiver and arrows might be that too. I'm not quite sure what that is. Because the arrow, I don't know. Yeah.
Do you have any tingling sensations right now? Stick your tongue out, maybe?
So we've got a baseball glove and
Okay,
some
okay.
binoculars.
I was just checking. You never know. Stroke comes in many forms.
Now, everybody, I want you to keep your eyes at the top right of the screen.
And the trees younger than
That painting at the top right is the Todd Howard as Napoleon painting.
Like not the one that's fully revealed.
No, the one that's half revealed.
Ah, that Todd Howard, I tell ya.
It is the Todd Howard. See, look, these slippers at the bottom left?
Yeah.
Chunkless.
And also, is that a Nuka World ticket that's on the
It's-
floor there? Or is more confetti?
I think it's
More confetti. So, we've got a sign that flips from good evening to good morning.
mountains.
Okay, now.
Oh, wait,
now-
let's move
okay,
back. Okay.
I might be overthinking this, and I don't know my U.S. lore as well as I think I do, but the flowers in this poster kind of look like the dogwood,
They
which
do.
is the Virginia state flower, if I'm not correct.
Dude, you
Good
are like
one.
man.
You're on fire.
Yeah. And
Nice job.
woodpecker, but yeah.
Nice job. Also, I gotta say, I love that lamp. I love it.
Yeah, I hope that's available on the store
Love it
too.
so
Also,
much.
this golf bag.
I don't
Mhm.
I don't ever think of golf club. Maybe this means they're gonna be back for Melee.
Driverify. Indeed.
Bring me his head.
You know,
And
I
then-
used to get. I would purposely not take Bloody Mess until I did that mission because every time I would shoot him in the leg and their whole body would.
One of my favorite quests.
Oh, it was amazing.
Okay, guys. So here we have a more living room sort of situation. And on the coffee table is a board game. Don't Be Bored Games Company Unstoppables Shindig.
I like that. There's the oak house.
Lager.
Oak hose.
Oak House
Hose.
Lager, I assume, because that's definitely lager.
Yeah,
On the
Okay,
white
did
can.
anybody Google Oak House Lager?
No.
I'm doing that. No.
Is that in Virginia? Is it in Virginia? Molson Coors, Canada. Just kidding.
We've got a bowl of
Red
noodles.
Oak Brewery is in Wisset, North Carolina. Oak House. It doesn't look like it's anything important.
And a brush on the top right. We've got a box of files in the back. We've got a coffee mug, a lovely acoustic guitar, a harmonica. And Rick, remember we were trying to figure out what was on the bottom right of the shelf?
Yes.
It's pre-war money.
Ah.
It's dollar bills.
Dollars.
Yo.
Them dollars.
Like
Now what's behind this game board on the left side there? What is that?
Looks
No
like an
idea.
ashtray or a plate.
Yeah, I agree with Rick.
And on this chair, is that a harmonica, I think? Looks like.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
what we're saying. It kind of is like blue, like John
Denver?
reboot. John Denver played harmonica and guitar, I believe. But either way, this kind of reminds me of like bluegrass.
God, I just love it. I love it. Okay, next.
So we've got books, we've got yarn, we've got a toy car, a pumpkin, some duct
Nuka-Cola.
tape.
It looks like Nuka-Cola cherry on the bottom shelf. I could be wrong.
No, that's a yarn. A Wonder Glue down there.
I love the mini nuke just chilling.
So casual. And this toy car is a little different. Does
Yeah.
that have the toy
Mhm.
alien inside it?
No, well that car is like a replica of one of the single person cars.
country road.
I did say dungeon.
Okay,
So-
guys. Go ahead.
Dungeonver.
I did. So no, I just want to say the 1776 to 2076, the Vault-Tech salutes America.
Tricentennial.
Yes.
Interesting.
This-
Now this helmet, this mascot head on the top left, this is new.
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying. I have a feeling that this is some sort. Do you think this is some sort of DLC related content, like we saw with
no,
Nuka World?
It's it's the mole's head from Lamplight. That's where I've seen it before.
Ah,
You're right, aren't you?
Right, you're
I
right.
knew I've seen that somewhere. It looks a lot like the Lamplight mole.
You're right.
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's amazing.
And actually, one of the kids from Little Lamplight was wearing kind of his helmet.
Always thought that was like a teddy bear, kind
Cable.
of with the missing button eye.
Murray the mole.
So we've got a number of other board games on these shelves. Rad Poker, Blast Radius. I can't read the other one.
Chuck E. Cheese. Let's just tune in with the chat here. Captain Bones says, "What is that creepy mask in the top left?" Right? Brock is saying Chuck E. Cheese. Joshy Neurotic says, "I wonder if in the creation engine there's the capability to have usable vehicles since it's so close to the Great War. There may be a few vehicles left."
I think the most notable thing here is, of course, the sign Rick was pointing out earlier, the official vault of the Tricentennial, Vault 76. So, I don't know. I don't know where they're going with that. But
Somebody also mentioned, sorry, real quick about this. I don't think I've ever seen Ben Yannick says, I don't think I've ever seen a bird cage in Fallout before, and he's right.
That's true. It's Deja also says, is that Mousehead a West Virginia mole rat mascot?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know my college football as well as I think I do, but it's interesting. Also, this new board game, Rad Power, is that
Poker.
Rad
I
Poker?
think it's Rad Poker.
That's cool. I want to play some Rad Poker.
Yeah, it sounds rad.
Right?
I wonder if we'll be able to play, if there's a multiplayer component, I wonder if we'll be able to play games together. Like
That'd be cool.
board games. Joshy's asking what kind of skull is that in the top right? It looks like a rad stag skull.
A deer
Right? Yeah.
Or something like that, yeah.
A doe, a deer.
Not a doe. Not a doe. Because it has big old antlers.
Take me
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, we must acknowledge the robot, Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
I love that that is there, and I hope that they bring that back. I really hope that they bring him back.
Me too.
He is probably my favorite NPC.
Can I also mention Ron Perlman?
Did you oh yeah, Ron Perlman, right?
Indeed.
Did you guys ever see the clay
Where did you go?
I'm here. Did you ever see the polymer clay Eddie that I made?
Yes, it's amazing. Should I clip back to the
So
the
yeah,
main
yeah.
screen
So
here
here
for
it
a minute?
is for our viewers, and I spent a lot of time.
I don't think we're up. I don't think
It
the
should be.
video-
It should be. Give it a
Oh,
second.
it's not changing for me.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it then. I'll show you later when we're done.
Let me make sure
Oh.
it's.
We're back. Maybe not.
It should
Never
be there.
mind.
It should be there. Why isn't it working?
It's okay. Just go back to the
It's
trailer.
there. It's because you guys. Yeah.
Just go back. Just
That's
go back.
why.
I'll
I'm
show you guys
sorry.
later.
Apologies. It's the limitations of my single screen. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna fly down
We'll-
there
we'll-
and
we'll
like.
check it out after the
Yeah.
So we've got Eddie. We've got looks like a box of bobby pins behind him.
Mhm.
Maybe.
yeah.
We've got some new military toys.
Yes, that's true. The metal,
That's new. Yeah.
metal soldier.
So the soldier, it looks like the one that McCready gives you when you get his highest friendship level.
Ooh.
But didn't McCready
Oh.
make that one? Or
He did. I think.
I think my lore is rusty. Did McCready make it, or did his wife say it reminded her of him?
I don't know.
I don't recall.
I don't know.
We've got Bottle and Cappy.
Yep. Alien
And-
spaceship toy.
Yes.
Okay, all I need to say. Oh, and it looks like there's a Mr. Gutsy behind the Fallout bobblehead.
Yeah,
All I
think
need
it's
to
Mr.
say,
Handy.
Bethesda, is it so hard for you to make robot figurines? You have
Yeah.
bobbleheads, you have the power armor.
I would buy these robot figurines.
Come
I would buy
on,
them
just
all.
give us the robot figurine.
I like the spaceship.
I really want a Vendertron. I already have 2, but I need more.
So, guys, here's something that has been bothering me ever since this trailer came out. So, the magazine on the bottom right is a Scout's Life magazine. But previously, the Boy's Life magazine was
Lads.
called Lad's Life.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the real world analog is Boy's Life, and the Fallout version was Lad's Life, and it bothers me that they changed it.
Hmm.
Okay.
The fighting
and
is
the
stopped.
other magazines. And go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like we're not even talking about the fact that there's a news broadcast from Vault 76.
You're
Well,
right.
so that's the thing. Like the Vault's number is clearly a reference of the American Revolution, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think people are a little bit confused as to when this is actually just set, because Vault 76 actually opened in 2076, right?
Let me do my math.
Because that point is actually referenced
No, it opened in 2097.
Because I thought that point was referenced by one of the newsreaders in the prologue for Fallout 4. Flashback to 2077 and the days that the bombs dropped. Maybe.
Well, no, the bombs dropped in 2077. This control vault was supposed to open up 20 years after, so that would be 2097. However, according to the Pip-Boy, this is in 2102, which is 25 years after, 5 years after the vault opens. So I don't know.
It's tough. In any regard, it seems like it's a commemorative designation for the tricentennial kind of.
Indeed.
Gravopelson says that in 2076 it was dedicated and opened in 76. It was on the TV at the start of Fallout 4, was it?
Brock is saying 2077 bombs drop plus 20 years is 2097. So, anyways, let's forego the math.
So the other magazines, we've got another Scout's Life, and then there's a Backwoodsman magazine. So are these the kind of magazines that would give us perks or additional skill points, something like that? I hope so.
Possibly. What is this box on top of the chest? The chess game, chessboard.
Cigars?
Yeah, I think he's right.
The fallout is settled. You must rebuild.
Okay, guys. The trophy cabinet. Let's talk about the trophy cabinet.
Okay.
So, going from the bottom left, we've got a trophy for the best looking hair. We have a toilet trophy shaped like
That's
a golden
my
toilet,
favorite.
and it says cleanest toilet award. I need to move a little closer. Performance award, Vault Hall monitor in recognition of I can't read it.
In recognition of the canned mystery meat experiment, I think it says.
No, that's not this one. In recognition of something and dedicated service
Towards the order and safety of our community.
Yes, Vault-Tec.
Something Vault-Tec.
Then we've got an Outstanding Achievement Award in appreciation for your commitment and dedication to our isolation program, sacrificing many so some can live.
Yeah, that's the most ominous one that I found.
I love it. That's so Vault-Tec, right?
Oh, I know.
Excellence,
But this is a control vault.
excellence and bravery. In recognition of the canned mystery meat experiment, hang on, let me go. You volunteered to eat when no one else would. We are proud of you and glad you are not dead.
Oh, man.
That's so good. It's so good.
What's the trophy at the top say?
I think it's annual Vault Halloween costume contest. First place. I
And-
love that 4K, man. It's just so good.
It really is. Yeah.
This
Rick-
really suggests like a player's character backstory,
Yeah, it does.
right? That they may be related to Vault-Tec staff. What? Maybe.
I don't know.
Could be. I do enjoy that this is like their life in a cabinet here. Rick, why don't you tell people about the thing on the wicker basket?
Oh,
Yesterday
yeah,
we watched this and I was like, spider!
Yeah,
And-
I also think Maria thinks it's a bullet hole, I'm assuming.
What? No, you guys. That is that's on the wicker baskets
Yes.
in
It's the nautical
Fallout
star.
4. Yeah.
It's the little nautical
Yes.
star.
I
Nobody
also
panicked.
thought it was a spider.
Oh, you guys are silly. Stop
Yeah.
that.
I
That's
can't
what I
help
told
it.
you. I knew it.
So the things in the other room in the closet are very fuzzy. We've got a towel, a rocket.
Turpentine.
Good catch. It's very static. All right. Look at the texture on this Abraxo cleaner, guys.
It looks great.
They're trying to draw your eyes away from that creepy thing that's in the background.
Yeah, what the heck, guys?
What is
I
that?
don't
I don't
know.
even know.
I have no idea what that thing is.
Ugh, I don't know. I don't even know. I'm scared.
We've
I'm scared,
got
guys.
a paint roller. Is that what that is? A lint roller, maybe? We've got a brush, an iron. It's a laundry room, plainly, and the sign back there describes that Vault Tech will provide bedding and stuff, and that your personal items have to go through a vetting process. And here's something, guys. Why is this buttercup so rusty and distressed? Why?
Yeah. That's weird.
Weren't they all though?
But they shouldn't be if they've been in a vault for 20 years. Like, that's not enough time.
Yes, but we see this logic elsewhere.
Look at this Abraxo. Look at how clean and shiny and new this Abraxo is. And look at this sad little buttercup.
Yeah. And what if this Vault-Tec poster in the background? What is that?
Oh, we read that. It's just like rules on how the laundry.
Oh.
gets
Vault-Tec provides all clothing, bedding, and accommodation for residents. Personal belongings must be reviewed and approved of by an authorized Vault-Tec hermetics technician before such belongings can be delivered to your reserved quarters within the vault.
Zach says X-Files theme. Do do do. do.
West Virginia.
Now, okay, go back, Shalene. You missed it.
Whoa. Bathroom.
The bathroom looks incredibly familiar.
It looks
I know.
very clean, which I like.
very
Clean bathrooms, always a good thing. Love the first aid kit. Nice
And
to
a
see
little-
that is
little
safety first, you guys.
Is that like a nice little ducky on the back of the...
I don't know. It's like a chicken or a duck or something. Yeah.
I don't know. We've
Chicken
got
monkey duck.
a little towel. It's very nice. Don't forget your towel.
And I too believe that Josh Neurotic's right. They just didn't want to make another model.
I think he's right.
Okay, okay. So I don't know if you guys notice this. And like I have a lot of assumptions, but I don't understand why, but there's two moments in this trailer that an owl is present. Do you see that owl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in different scenes. So I don't know if this is a major hint, but there's one owl when the Good Morning poster switches between Good Morning and Good Evening, and then this one by the computer desk. Do you guys have any takes on this?
Yes. What if you wake up in the vault and then an owl shows up and you get your letter for Hogwarts?
Who are you? Also, I'll just be glad when they reveal whatever this is at E3. Boom.
That was a good one.
Ah, you guys are jerks.
We've got a military grade circuit board. We've got a Nuka World mug, another good lamp, a nice fan, and this terminal, guys. This terminal is so
Clean.
nice.
The
Yeah, it's
coffee
like-
pot.
It's like a dark version.
It is a
Night
little
mode.
darker.
Night mode.
Yeah,
of the
night
terminal.
mode. Night mode console.
And let's talk about this, guys.
You are invited.
To what?
We don't
E3.
know. Oh, well, I wish. I think you're invited to Reclamation Day.
Well, here's
so-
the thing.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna start talking about the shelf, but go ahead.
Okay. I think Reclamation Day and when this takes place are two vastly different things. Reclamation Day is when they go back out. That's 5 years before the Pip-Boy scene.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what's going on. I mean, and we know that right now Fallout always likes timey-wimey stuff. Like in Fallout 3, they like skipped forward a bunch and lied about your dad being out and like they screwed with your mental time. And Fallout 4, the whole skipping forward 200 years.
What if
So-
this is all a troll? And it's like in the traditional 200 years after the war wasteland, and this part is like 5 minutes of the game.
Well, Well, what with the whole Reclamation Day thing and his like service for isolation, like I almost wonder like what if they put this guy in an isolated part of the vault, and like this is you're invited to try this test trial thing, and he's done so much experimentation for the vault before. Now they put him in isolation, and he's been there, and he thinks it's Reclamation Day, and really he's popping out 5 years after the vault's already gone because they forgot about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That seems...
Ben
I
Yannick's-
like that theory as much as I liked your the Soul Survivor is a synth theory.
Ben Yannick did also say that the history says it opened on time. So
What are those
time.
orange things in front of the Nuke World mug?
that's the circuit boards.
Oh, thanks.
Ethernet cards.
Ethernet, they do look.
16 gigs of
Dial-up.
RAM.
Yeah.
Slam 'em there.
Funny.
Did you want to talk the shelf at all?
I don't know. That clown thing is something that I haven't seen before, is it?
I don't remember it.
The Nuka-Cola truck looks a little more boxy than I remember.
I think it's the same.
But other than that, looks like there's a tea kettle there as well.
Okay, now we're in a kitchen.
Okay, first of all, dog dish.
Yes.
We gotta have dog meat.
I hope so.
Bring back dog meat. Looks like there's some Wonder Glue, salt and pepper shaker, sugar bombs, coffee, Blamco mac and cheese.
That Blamco box is gorgeous, by the way. Gorgeous.
Now the funny thing is that this table is kind of in disarray.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just got up and left.
Like something happened.
I wouldn't say that. I would. So something I just typed in the chat, and this is kind of one of the points is, everything in this is set up to where people were partying. Everything. This table, the scenes we're going to see, scenes we've seen before, but the only person we see in this entire video is the Vault Dweller. Which is why I'm thinking they forgot about him or something happened, and they all went outside to go check out the new world, and they all died.
Oh, I love it.
So
Speculative.
but I'm just saying, like, these people are having a party, and they just like you know, let's get up and go watch the vault door open, and like everyone gets up in a hurry, which is why things are slightly disheveled, but not all the way. Like something raiders came in because there's no bullet holes anywhere.
You're right.
So these people left willingly. This was a celebration, and for some reason, there's one dude left.
So
It's weird. It's weird. And the plants are still alive. So,
Well, the plants are still alive 200 years in the future, aren't they?
yeah. This is Fallout logic again,
They're
right?
fake plants. They've got to be.
Oh, and the cat's being brought back up. Great.
Guys, that little kebab stick, is that like a half-eaten squirrel on a stick?
Could be just a meat kebab.
It could just be a squirrel-headed letter opener.
What if this is the first game that tells us where the squirrels come from?
Maybe.
What if we can like hunt squirrels and turn them into squirrels on sticks? Guys, it'll never stop bothering me. It just never will. Just never will.
Gurfalson says maybe it's like the beginning for Fallout 2. They all open the door all with high hopes, and
Oh dear.
Oh, no.
Oh,
you just
dear.
find a pile of bodies. Oh, great. And Gurfalson also said Rick is going to relapse. I have only killed one cat my entire life, and that was amazing.
And let's just be clear for our new viewers, that was a fictional cat in Fallout.
Fictional cat. No
And
deaths of
it
any
was-
cats
It
on the
was also my role play of a psycho named Alto Flu, and he killed the cat, not any of my good
Indeed.
Next scene.
Now, guys, this jukebox is so gorgeous. I love this jukebox. It's so pretty.
Now, okay, so the flat balloons are probably some of the worst flat balloons I've ever seen in a video game ever.
Oh, well, maybe they just lost helium. They're still halfway.
They're terrible. But do you also notice how there's a weird kind of depth thing going on here where Rick, you were saying about the Vault-Tec boy?
Mm-hmm.
He's still there in the background, but everything else is blurred.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird. Why would they put emphasis on that, right?
The chat is saying R.I.P. Maisie, and I would just like to bring back the official hashtag written by Captain Dumock, crazy for Maisie?
Crazy for Macy.
Don't forget the Maisie bot.
Yes, follow Maisie the Cat 4.
Oh gosh. I've got to step away for a second. I'll be right back.
That's fine.
Okay.
So we've got here some standard vault stuff, wet floor sign, some vault storage crates, etc., etc. Now here, I would like you to take note of the soccer field in the middle of the
Yeah.
screen, which of course brings back memories of taking the goat.
I'd play soccer.
Yes, I wish the vault
Those-
had a soccer team.
Those vault boys are pointing to directions. Do you see the one pointing over there, and then that one looks like it's pointing down the stairs?
Oh, you're right. They're guiding you out of the vault, aren't they?
Yep. Because it's roped off. The way back to the overseers is roped off.
Whoa.
So like I said, this is definitely a party. Everyone was having a good old time, and I believe they just left.
This is just fascinating. I can't wait to find out. They're talking about the flamingos.
Oh yeah.
Those are indeed flamingos. Indeed. Happy Reclamation Day reads the banner in the back. We've got, it was a heck of a party. There are red Solo cups everywhere. Looks like everybody was having a great time at this party. How did these balloons stay inflated if this is presumably 5 years after Reclamation Day? How did the balloons stay inflated?
Really good helium. Somebody says the wet floor sign. Somebody had a really good time right there.
Yeah.
Also, let's make mention that the Reclamation Day is showing trees and mountains. So, like I was saying, I definitely think this is going to be in Appalachia.
Blue Ridge.
Somewhere along the... well, the Blue Ridge Mountains are down in Tennessee. So I'm thinking... But it's still part of the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm thinking that this is going to be more geared towards Virginia. So it's close because there's so much military and population in Northern Virginia. But yet it's still some foresty area. I really think this is going to be in Northern Virginia.
And we've got the dining area here with the red and white tiled floor. And this is a trash can down here. The same model of trash can that we are accustomed to seeing.
Isn't it?
Is it a mailbox?
Yeah, I think that's
I thought
a
it was
mailbox.
a trash can.
Well,
I hope it's a mailbox
Why
because then
would
I
there
could
be
put
a
my
mailbox?
stuff in there and just like get it on the other side of the
Yeah.
world.
Indeed.
Why would there be a mailbox in a vault?
I think it's a
I
trash
I'm sorry,
can.
Shalene, that is a trash can.
Well, that's the thing. I think you're onto something there, Rick, with saying that, you know, somebody just lives in this vault now. You know?
Yeah. Or they had a party and forgot him in isolation. I'm sticking with that story.
The textures are really nice. Guys, I can't.
I would just like to point out that this looks exactly like one of my previous Fallout Vault designs.
It does, doesn't
Bethesda,
it?
you kind of ripped me off.
Wow.
I want royalties.
It really does look like your vault. Okay, and here's our first human being.
Oh, I just love this vault suit.
The gold with the military-looking belt.
The gold, I love it.
So
I
pretty.
love it.
Okay, 2102. Yeah, it's still the same timeline on the Pit Boy. He's buckling on his Pit Boy.
Blonde Penguin brings up a good point by saying, why wouldn't the vault have a mail system?
My
Yes.
retort would be, I think it would be more of a pneumatic system.
Okay,
Like
what
those
does
two-
this say? Hold on, guys. What does that say on top of the Pit Boy? I'm moving in. Pit Boy,
Because she's going in for the
Model
kill.
2000 Mark 6, manufactured by Robco Industries, distributed by Vault-Tec Corp.
So it is a vault. It is a.
So it's a Pip-Boy 2000 Mark
Mark
6,
6.
possibly?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Pit Boy 2000 Mark 6. That's the first.
Now that's a
100%
variant on the
confirmation.
Model 2000 that appeared in the original Fallout and Fallout 2.
Yeah,
I
I think Fallout 1's was not a 2000, but Fallout 2's was a 2000.
Because the original was like a handheld
Yes.
device. Yeah.
And I really like the texture of the leather and the stitching on the Vault Dwellers cuffs. It's so good. The Vault 76, that iconic back of the Vault suit 76. And Rick had to remind me that this cord on the back of the suit was a thing. I didn't remember it.
Yep.
It's so good.
In Vault 76, our future begins.
And Fallout 76.
Man, Fabricland is going to be like short on gold fabric for so long for every conference that is out. So many people are going to be wearing their Fallout 76
Indeed.
cosplays.
Should we finish the
I'm
rest of this?
so
Is there
excited.
anything left?
I'm really excited, you guys. I'm really excited.
Fallout.com. Okay, that's it. Nothing else notable on this trailer.
So I understand, like, the Citadel stated that Vault 76 was in the DC area, right?
Yes.
However, I would argue that this was possibly false intelligence intentionally made by Vault-Tech. Because I mean, it is warfare, right? There is some level of deception there. I don't know. Maybe I'm
Well, no, you're right, because Vault-Tech did do things behind the government's back.
right.
But like I said, I was looking at the DC area on an actual map, and Virginia's right next to DC. So this very well could be in Virginia, but still be in the DC area. Because you got to remember, Olney and Bethesda are in Fallout 3, which is in the Capital Wasteland, and Olney and Bethesda are north of DC. And also down south, I think there was a place you could go that's in Virginia, in the Capital Wasteland. So like it kind of shrunk and morphed a little bit of real map to fit Virginia, Northern Maryland, or parts of Maryland and DC in one area. So they're not opposed to shifting geography to make things work. So like Blonde Penguin said, that Fallout 3 had Arlington, which is in Virginia, and I think also what were we talking about today in Discord with the meat pies? It's like
Andale.
Andale's also, I think, in Virginia. So like pieces of Virginia were already in Fallout 3. So that's why I think it could have all these elements and still be in the DC area and still be in Virginia. However, I don't think we're going to see DC or any of the Capital Wasteland really in this one. I just have that feeling.
Well, but you know what? At the end of the day, Fallout to me will always be exploring the wasteland, playing an upbeat song from the 50s and 60s with my Pip-Boy, gun in hand, ready to defend myself, from anything that comes out of the bushes, and searching for loot in every square nook and cranny and trying to figure out that mystery mission or quest, that trash can Carla sent me on or something. It's a game that we all love, and I think that this is going to be something that we've all been waiting for, and whatever it is, I don't think I'll be disappointed.
I hope so. So let's talk real quick about what we know, some things that we do know that are facts. This game will be available for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. That is via the Bethesda website. Let's see what else. We've already talked about all of those things. There is already merchandise at the newly revamped Bethesda store. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't order a Vault 76 t-shirt. I don't know what you're talking about.
Did I not call it, though?
Oh, I think one of you or both of you called it, because I was like, "Oh, they're shutting down the Bethesda store. The franchise coming to an end." And you're like, "Wait a minute.
And
They're starting a new one. There's a
and
new
Shalene's-
game coming."
Yeah, and Shalene's like, well, no, they just stopped selling with ThinkGeek. And I'm like, they're liquidating to make room for new stuff.
Indeed.
And so
Yep.
we were all kind of right.
Well,
Except me,
anyway.
I'm usually always wrong.
Danny O'Dwyer and No Clip Video will be dropping a behind-the-scenes documentary of the making of Fallout 76 after E3, so that's pretty cool. He makes great videos. Have you guys ever watched any No Clip videos?
No, I haven't.
There was one about Horizon, the making of Horizon, that was incredible. They make really good videos. I really like it. So that's all the facts.
So, yeah, I don't know. That's all the facts we know at this point, I guess.
Shall we roll into our next segment, Rick?
The Post National Enquirer.
That's the one.
Yeah,
The
let's do that.
Post National Enquirer, our rumors about Fallout segment of the show.
Yeah.
So all of the rumors are basically sourced from Kotaku's Jason Schreier. He alleges that he has insider information about the game and states that it has a heavy online component and is very different from previous entries in the series. I think he said specifically, if you're expecting this to be a single-player RPG, you're going to be disappointed.
Really?
Yes.
I hate that we're moving away from that.
Rick?
Am I the only one that thinks of Jason Schreier and his inside sources like the Scientologist who found the plates? Like, I've got inside sources written on plate.
I know a
that's
lot
good.
of people feel that way about Jason Schreier, but he is the one who knew so much about Fallout 4 before it launched.
I don't
So-
believe this. Now, the only way I was talking with my wife about this, if it was an online game, I have a couple thoughts about this particular situation. For one, if it is an online game, my wife was like, that's an awful short time to develop it. And I was thinking, well, they probably developed it alongside Fallout 4. So like, as Fallout 4 is being developed, they were laying the groundwork for whatever 76 would be.
Mhm.
If it would indeed, I think that's what they were doing anyway. And kind of watching how the mechanics of Fallout 4 and everything worked so they could make this one, better or whatever. The other side of this is, hey, nice. I like that. Oh, I did see that.
So you did see this,
I
but
did.
this is Eddie. Sorry, keep talking. I was
No.
just, showing it.
So good.
The other side of this coin is they would lose, like, the entire structure of their Fallout game series has been based on single player games. Now, where I think they could get away with it is if it's co-op optional, where it's single player focused, co-op optional. There's no way they could do an MMO. Shalene, you and I were looking at how they teased ESO, and they
Right.
came right out and said ZeniMax Online, and then they said Elder Scrolls Online. They were very upfront with it being an online game, and I think that Bethesda Publishing is very good at not being jerks about what you should expect from their games, like hiding them. You know what I mean? They never, Shalene's gone.
I'm still here.
Like they've never teased a port or whatever, and that's why I knew this was going to be a new game, because they wouldn't tease us like this. I don't think they would make it in MMO because they would destroy their fan base that they currently have. The Fallout fan base does not, I don't think, want an MMO unless they come out and say, hey, this next thing's an MMO. Like it would have had to have been in the trailers. You
I think
understand?
I feel like a lot of people are hoping for an MMO.
I don't think so. All the feedback I've seen is people are okay with co-op. They don't want a thing where they log off and all their stuff could be gone the next time they log in.
Oh, I would only ever play Fallout on a PvE server ever.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know how they're going to do it in VATS. I was thinking about this. The VATS mechanic would have to be something like where as you fire, it's almost like an auto cheat where all the bullets tend to curve, and you know what I'm saying, like an auto.
Yeah. I
But
gotcha.
I don't. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I lost my
The
train
Blonde
of
Penguin
thought
says
there.
that Fallout 1 and 2 were completely different. They didn't care about their fan base then. Well, the difference is Fallout 1 and 2 weren't. They weren't Bethesda, were they?
Yeah, Fallout 1 and 2 were a different developer. That was before
Right.
Bethesda had it.
Right. So
Before
Bethesda
Bethesda
knew
had the
exactly
series.
what they wanted to do with Fallout 3 when they got it. So
Yeah.
they did target their audience like they did with Elder Scrolls. Therefore, I really do believe they do care about their base.
Well, I don't know about you, but the only problem I have is which backpack am I going to put the pork and beans pin on?
So, another segment we have here in our Post-National Enquirer is that although this game is touted as a Bethesda Game Studios game, it is allegedly, again, I think this came from Jason Schreier too, It's being worked on by BGS Austin, not BGS Prime.
Yes, I heard this as
Battle
well.
Cry Studios until 2015, when Battle Cry was canned, and many of Battle Cry's developers were laid off, and the rest of it was folded into BGS Austin.
Two people in our chat, Jim from Scotland and Gerfoffelson, say that Schreier has been blacklisted since the Fallout 4.
He has, but he was blacklisted because he had good information.
Right. So, who knows how this is going to go down.
And another thing I just wanted to mention is that we watched that ESO teaser, Rick, because we were wondering if they were straight out about the fact that it was an MMO. Well, after we got off the phone, I went ahead and looked up the teaser for Fallout 4, and it gave us a lot more information than this trailer did. An awful lot more. It was like 3.5 minutes long.
Interesting.
It revealed a lot more.
So how would an MMO play in with Creation Club?
With Creation Club? It could be...
Because,
Well,
like, I would think
anything.
that, like, community mod support for multiplayer game, I mean, that would depend on how, like, server software would be distributed, things like that. I don't know what a multiplayer would be like.
I wouldn't hate co-op, like if it was just Fallout with friends, you know, if it was just...
Mm-hmm.
I'm nervous that it's going to be like Ark, like a survival buildy game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm digging through a forum real quick, and there's many people saying that the Creation Engine and Gamebryo engines cannot handle multiplayer unless they were completely rebuilt from the ground up. And there's no way that they would redo their entire engine for an MMO if they weren't doing it from the get-go. So that's why I think this is either co-op or it's still single player. I cannot see this being an MMO without ZeniMax Online being involved.
I agree with
Yeah.
you. I agree with you. I think that it would have ZeniMax, heavy involvement from ZeniMax. I don't think they're going to make another MMO under the Bethesda banner until ESO dies. And ESO still has a pretty strong player base.
ESO isn't Bethesda, though. It's Cinemax.
Well,
Bethesda,
So the
Bethesda
game is
the
developed
publisher.
by Marilyn and Austin.
I mean
right?
Bethesda the publisher.
Hmm.
Not Bethesda the
well,
studio,
I don't think
Bethesda
this
the
is gonna be-
publisher.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be similar to ESO at all.
No, I hope not. I don't like ESO.
I
Me
don't like
neither. And I think that's partially due to the fact that, you know, Cinemax isn't going to let Bethesda put a game out that would steal ESO's player base.
Exactly.
But
As long as ESO has a player base, I don't think they're going to introduce a competitor. So,
exactly.
but I don't think that they would be afraid to try something drastically different. They tried some pretty drastically different things with Fallout 4.
Here's some weirdness. You guys ready for some tinfoil hat?
Bring it on! Lay it on us!
I need a tinfoil hat.
So, Battlecry Studios was bought out by Bethesda Softworks. They were liquidated in 2015, right? So Elder Scrolls publisher Bethesda Softworks is jumping into the free-to-play business. The company that unveiled Battlecry, which is Battlecry Studios, is a 32-person multiplayer combat game that will launch on PCs in 2015. So Battlecry was working on a multiplayer 32 combat game.
Yeah, it was basically Overwatch, but Overwatch came out first and was better.
Right, and then it was liquidated. And that was Battlecry Studios, because one of the things I was thinking of is, all right, you have Zos, who's doing Elder Scrolls MMO. So they're taken up with doing MMOs. Battlecry, I weirdly got liquidated into Bethesda Softworks, but I was thinking, how could this be an MMO if they don't have a Softworks company, or they don't have a software company that's good at developing MMOs working on it? You know what you following me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they don't have a version of Zos. It's Bethesda Softworks. They don't make MMOs. But Battlecry was working on a free-to-play MMO type game, and they were liquidated into Bethesda Softworks. So what if this stupid Fallout game is going to be like a Battle freaking Royale?
What if this stupid Fallout game is ultimately going down the same road as franchise Burnout?
So guys, I've got it. You have 100 Vault Boys and a Vertibird. And you fly
take
them
me
all
home,
over
Shalene.
Spectacle Island.
Well, I think, I don't know.
So
This is going to be super depressing. if
It's
it
gonna
turns out
be
that-
I am
intense.
so
I don't
nervous.
know how. It depends how the industry takes it,
guys, by the next episode of Gamestack podcast, we're going to know. These questions will be answered. We're going to know what it is. They're going to tell us more at
Technically,
B3.
we won't because our next episode is going to be next week because it's the Friday before E3. Remember, we're going to cover all the stuff coming up to.
What?
right? Yes, here we are planning the show on the show once again.
Never mind.
Long story short, Bethesda is now gaming the system and trying to take over the world.
Indeed. So, guys, we've gone over 2 hours now. Should we skip the listener emails this time, or do you
They're
wanna do
short.
them?
Just
Okay.
just blast
So the
through
first
them.
one was from Joseph Tao's news drop. He asked a very good question. If Red Dead Redemption 2 and Fallout 76 come out very close to one another, which would you play first? This fall's just looking so busy. I think that's a pretty
Clear
plain
answer. I think this goes along the lines of, if a bear shits in the woods, did anybody see it?
We're all playing Fallout.
We're all playing Fallout. Does a chicken have a pecker? Yes.
We're all playing Fallout.
The
And Go ahead.
next email comes from is it Deja that's in the chat?
Yes, I think it's. Yeah. It
They
is.
say, "Hey, I think it would be interesting if you guys answered the unpopular opinion video games edition question."
Are you guys familiar with this?
No.
People have been quote tweeting a tweet that says video games unpopular opinion, unpopular opinion video games edition. So basically they give their own unpopular opinion in video games. So I'll give you mine. I'll give you mine because I knew immediately what they were. I have two. The first one, BioShock 2 is the best BioShock. My second one, Dragon Age 2 is the best Dragon Age. Those are both highly unpopular opinions, and I think both of those twos are the best in the series because of gameplay and story, and respectively. BioShock 2 has far and away the best gameplay of the BioShock series, and Dragon Age 2 has far and away the best story. So
I'd have to think about this one for a while.
there you go.
Yeah, me too.
I'd have to think about this one for too long.
So do you guys want to answer it later, or?
I want to answer it later. I gotta think
Yes,
about
yes, I
All
think so.
right. So, guys, do you have anything else that you want to say before
that.
we?
Yes, there are
before we
two
take
people
her out?
behind you with the BioShock 2 thing in chat.
Yes, I love you guys.
It's Kerfuffle and the blonde thing.
I
Of
knew I
course
loved you
it's
guys.
Kerfuffle. Do we
And,
expect anything less?
Alex.
And Alex. And Joshy.
Sorry. But that's all I got to say.
Indeed.
Ay.
That's all I
Vendor,
got to say
anything?
about that.
Well, you guys, I attended a seminar today at work about workplace distractions, and they were talking about video games. They were talking about how exactly, Rick, exactly that. And this guy up at the front was touting about how video games are, impairing our cognitive abilities and all
What?
those things. Yeah, I kind of dismissed it. He did say something very interesting though, is that technology has the ability to hinder our relationships with others, and simply having a phone in a room can reduce trust and empathy by 50%, which I thought was a really interesting statistic. I'm not entirely sure if that is true, but I just wanted to kind of end today's show by saying, if there's somebody in your life that is special to you, partner or friend or anything like that, that you haven't talked to in a while, I think it's important to remember, that everybody is fighting their own battles. And it might be worth it for you to acknowledge them in a way that maybe they never thought or expected. Go up to that person and give them a hug and tell them that you love them. Ask them how they're doing. I think those are the things that are important beyond video games. So, yeah.
I gotta also say that I have to agree to disagree with your instructor. So real quick, last story, and then we'll get off here. Tonight, my daughter had this preschool graduation thing, and all the class got up and said what they wanted to do for a living, and like half of them were like, "I want to be a policeman," and then like they're all 4 or 5. One of them was like, "I'm be a chef," and just other stuff. They were all saying policeman, chef, fireman, whatever.
I want to be a fire truck.
My daughter got up and she says, "I want to be a video game developer."
Yeah.
Like that was literally her thing that she wanted.
There you go.
So I
Wow.
was like, "That's right, go girl." And it was not forced on her at all. That was her own like conclusion of like, I like playing games, I like to draw, and then my wife was like, people have to draw the things in the games, and my daughter's like, I want
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, video games are great. I think.
Video games are great, but video games aside, I think it's important for us to take a step back from technology and acknowledge the people who in our lives who are important.
Yes,
So.
very much
Indeed.
so. Put the phone down at dinner times.
You know who's important to us? It's you, lovely listeners out there in internet land. And we love you. And I know we've seen a whole bunch of new listeners and listeners that we haven't seen in a long time.
Hey guys, we passed 100. We passed
did.
100.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
And it's a joy to see you, and thank you. And we hope that you stick around for Gamestack and our lovely podcasts and streams in the future. So we hope you stay with us.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, you can email us if you would like to be a part of our community. You can email us info@wejustlovegames.com, and we will read your emails on this very show. You can tweet at us at WeJustLoveGames. You can tweet me at Shalene L. Rick is Rick McVick. Vendertron is VendertronIn. If you want to join us on Facebook, that is facebook.com/WeJustLoveGames, facebook.com/groups/WeJustLoveGames. We've got a Discord server. There's a link to that on most of our social media channels. If you don't find one, just send us a message and we will get one out to you. We record this show live at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/WeJustLoveGames. Go ahead and give us a follow. We're on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher Radio. Like, subscribe, and review the show. Thank you for listening, guys. Anything else?
No, thanks so much for watching, and I cannot wait for this E3.
Me either. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be winter. And the future begins today.